Well, as we all know, the nation's housing market is struggling to rebound, and so a lot of people who had been owning property, owning their own homes, are joining the ranks of renters. But whether you're new or experienced to renting, it actually pays to know the tips that can help you with the cost. So joining us always to help us is John North from the Better Business Bureau, who's going to tell us that as folks look for apartments to rent, the expenses that they're looking at are just unbelievable.
That's right. We've got some good figures for you. The average rent in the state of Ohio is $733, and in the Dayton area for a two-bedroom apartment, it's $635.
Well, does your BBB get a lot of complaints about that, about renting at all?
Yeah, last year we had more than 6,400 complaints were filed with your BBB against apartment complexes and landlords throughout the U.S. and Canada. A few of the complaints alleged renters were billed incorrectly or had trouble getting their security deposit back or getting repairs handled in a timely manner.
So if you're looking for those renting apartment hunters and those bargain renting apartment hunters, what kind of advice do you have for those folks?
Well, here's what we suggest. Know your rights as renters. Check with the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development to determine what the local renter laws are. Make a list of what you can live without and what you'd be willing to do without. This can help you prioritize what's important and what's important in a rental property for you. Make sure you visit different apartment locations. Don't rely on the websites for details and pictures. Don't sign a lease until you carefully review it. It should include details like rent due dates, if it's a yearly or month-to-month lease, what your security deposit covers, and the conditions for your deductions, as well as conditions which may cause your rent to increase or fees to be added, and keep a copy of this for your records. Look over the condition before you move in. Make sure the document has everything in it, any defects or flaws, and be sure you take photos of your unit. Consider renter's insurance, because landlords are rarely liable for your belongings if they're damaged or stolen. Pay attention to deductibles and coverage limits. Determine how maintenance and repair issues are handled. For example, some apartment complexes consider light bulb replacements to be the landlord's responsibility. Finally, don't pay cash. Pay by check or credit card when making the security deposit and rent. Typically, the security deposit is the first and last month's rent.
So how does the BBB help apartment hunters?
Well, your BBB can help by providing a list of BBB accredited rental and property management companies and business reviews on ones you may be considering.
Okay, John, we thank you so very much. Each and every
Thanks, Marcia.
Tuesday you give us great tips. If you have any questions or comments for the Better Business Bureau, for more information, it's always at WDTN.com.